Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods. Okay, so the Dallas Cowboys have now extended Jaylon Smith on a 5 year, $64 million contract with $35 million guaranteed. That will put him in the top five at linebackers. And I will say that maybe the Dallas Cowboys have actually learned something. They learned that had they signed DeMarcus Lawrence sooner than later, they wouldn't be paying him as much as they did. You could look at that and say with Dak Prescott, had they gotten the deal done at the end of the year, they probably would have been in the 20s instead of looking at 32 plus. So getting Jaylon Smith actually signed up for the long term now before the price goes up was actually a good thing. So I have to applaud them for that. But more than anything else, um, this was about Zeke Elliott, Dak Prescott, and Amari Cooper. Jerry Jones definitely threw shade at Zeke. There is no doubt about it, with saying that Jaylon Smith has never complained, not once, never missed a workout, and that this is about team building. Jaylon Smith understands that in order for us to be where we want to be, you got to give some back. And that's the message to those other guys. And I got to say, I'm worried a bit because I feel like Jerry Jones right now is pissed. I think Jerry Jones feels like he's stabbed in the back. And, you know, when you are a rich guy, when you are a billionaire, it's like this. I remember, I think he's the principal at my old high school now, Charlie Osterlin, was telling a story. There was a young guy in the car, and he was going for this parking space. And he just zipped in right in front of this other car. And he yelled at her, "That's what you get when you're young and quick." And the old lady took her car and she backed that sucker up, bam, right into the car. And she said, "Son, that's what you get when you're old and rich." And see, Jerry Jones blew up the Dallas Cowboys after back to back Super Bowls because you know what? He felt like he wasn't getting what he deserved. And he didn't give a rat's ass about anything else other than getting his way, and fired Jimmy and said any number of 500 coaches could have won the Super Bowl with the team I put together. And that's where you got to look at this right now because Jerry Jones went to the mat to Zeke Elliott, trying to keep him from being suspended. And I think right now Jerry's a little pissed because you could hear throughout this press conference Jerry talking about, being a team, being the family, not asking for too much. And that worries me because we saw Jerry Jones with Emmitt Smith after those back-to-back Super Bowls. Excuse me, after that first Super Bowl. Say, you know what? We don't have to pay you, son. We can do it without you. And this may get uglier before it gets better. Now, the Cowboys can be vengeful. They can be that old rich woman that just backs the car right into there and doesn't give a rat's ass. Because Zeke Elliott, in the end, because he didn't show up, the Cowboys own him for 3 years. And if they want to, they can franchise tag him 2 more. They can make sure that he never gets another contract. If they're vengeful, they can take his good years, or he can just not play. I don't know. I'm happy that we got this out of the way. I'm hoping that we start getting the rest of these done because I want to focus in on this team. We as fans, we're not that rich woman with the car that can just total it because I got the money to do that. We as fans have been invested in this team for a long time. and we want us to get back to that Super Bowl. And I'm hoping that cooler heads will prevail. Now, Jerry is Jerry, but hopefully Stephen Jones can be the calming good cop on this one, because he's usually the bad cop. I need Stephen to be the good cop right now and get between Jerry and Zeke Elliott and get this thing done. Now, one other thing I will say that's good is Jaylon Smith said this deal came together within about a week, and I heard last week that everything basically in principle was there. It was just a matter of crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and hopefully that's where we are with this right now. And I pray, oh boy do I pray, that we can do this with Dak, Amari, and Zeke and get these things done so we can focus in on football. We'll have more later on, but it is a 5-year, $64 million extension with $35 million guaranteed. That makes him a top 5 paid linebacker that he deserves to be. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon.